So our learning goals, yeah, let's go over here. I can set up an equation, so you're going to set up equations to help you problem solve today, and you're going to solve to find the missing angle measure, okay? So we are in lesson 7, but we are doing what we call problem solving, finding angle measures. So the first thing I have here is a fill in the blank for us. We are going to write algebraic expressions. Maybe you should circle, I'm going to highlight. That would be called an algebraic expression. We are going to write algebraic expressions to represent the sum of the angles. And then we're going to use that to set up and solve, notice I have an equal sign there, to set up and solve an equation. Oops, I put that in the wrong spot. So you're going to write an algebraic expression that you can use in an equation. Well, how we will get the equation is we will figure out some sort of a relationship all those angles have, and then we'll be able to say, oh, well then, this is what they should add up to. And we know some relationships, don't we? Tell me, what do the angle measures add up to in a triangle? You just did some in your homework for today. What do the 3 angle measures in a triangle add up to, Caden? 180 degrees. What do the 4 angle measures inside of a quadrilateral add up to? You just did this in your homework for today. Harley? No, not 180. 360 because, yeah, there's actually, more than one triangle in that quadrilateral. So there's 360 degrees in a quadrilateral. How many degrees should anything that makes up a straight angle add up to? A straight angle, remember a straight angle. Okay? 180 degrees. All the angles that come together to form a straight angle should add up to 180 degrees. Supplementary angles. What should they add up to? Supplementary angles. What should they add up to? Sylvia? 180 degrees. Boy, that's a popular number, isn't it? Okay. So we have right here these angles, angles C, B, and A, B, and C. Those 3 angles together form what kind of an angle? What kind of an angle are the 3 of them together when they're put together, Sylvia? A straight angle. So if they're forming a straight angle, we said the sum of the angle measures for a straight angle have to add up to what? 180 degrees. So we're going to fill in the blank in our equation with 180 degrees for now. Then we'll get rid of the extra stuff we don't need. So the measure of angle A plus the measure of angle B plus the measure of angle C, those 3 angles that form that straight angle, they have to add up to 180 degrees. So now let's replace what we can replace with another expression, because measure of angle A isn't very useful when we're trying to solve an equation. So what could we replace measure of angle A with? Look at the drawing. What does the drawing say angle A measures? 2x. It's very abstract. We don't know exactly a number, but it says right here that A is 2x degrees, so we will put 2x in for that one. How about the measure of angle B? What should we substitute for that? 3x, yeah. There's a 3x there in angle B, so we will put 3x in for the measure of angle B. And how about C? Just x. It's right here. We're going to substitute x in for the measure of angle C, and we don't need to do any substituting here. All we're going to do is ditch the degree sign for the moment. Because now we have an equation that we're going to solve for x. Anybody see something they think we could do to simplify that algebraic expression over there on the left side of the equation? Danny, Anybody think they see something we could do? What are those terms called? I think there's a name for 2x and 3x and x in this situation. What are they called? Sylvia? Did I take too long to call on you? I'm sorry. You gotta raise that hand higher. Like this. Idea? Like terms. 2x and 3x and x are like terms. In other words, they can be combined. They can be put together. So it's kind of like if I have two x's up here, literally cut two x's out of a piece of tag board, and I have three more x's cut out of a piece of tag board, and then I have another x cut out of a piece of tag board, and I want to put them all together. How many am I going to have? 6. Yeah, I'm going to have 6 of them. Because what do? What's the hidden coefficient in front of that x? Carly? 1. So in reality, this is a 1 here. So let's just rewrite this with that 1 there so that we can say, how are we going to claim that there are 6 of them all together? Well, what we do is we say, well, there's 2 plus 3 more. What's 2 plus 3? 5 plus 1 more. What's that? 6. So we can make this 6x, and they stay x's because we're just adding them to each other. It's like adding $1 bills together. They stay $1 bills, don't they? It's nice that they changed them magically into $100 bills. But they don't. So we have 6x equal to what? 180. Okay, let's kind of think about our activity we did yesterday. Remember the algebra tiles? The equations like 3x equals 15 and 2x equals 12. Does that ring a bell? It was just 24 hours ago. Okay. What did we do when we were using algebra tiles to help us solve for x? What did we do? We made them even. So in other words, we separated the x tiles into individuals, right? And then we set up unit tiles in equal groups. Okay. So what did we say that was kind of the same as doing yesterday? Do you want to draw algebra tiles for this? Anybody want to draw algebra tiles for this? Oh, me either. It's the 180 that would kill me, right? Yeah, that was like, we'd be here for a while. So what can we do instead? Danny? Yeah, we need to divide those 6x tiles into individuals. So to do that, we would have 6 of them, right? Remember we said that there's 6 of them, we had 6 groups, so we need to divide by 6. We would do the same thing over here, wouldn't we? Because we needed to break them into equal groups, so we would divide that pile of unit tiles up into 6 equal groups. Well, that means maybe some of us can do this without this, but some of us can't. We're actually taking 180 and dividing it by 6. Harley? 30. Do you guys agree with it? Okay, because 3 times 6 is 18. That's 0. I still have a 0 to bring down here, so yeah, it's going to be 30. So x equals 30. So we just solved for x. So now, since we're trying to find all these missing angle measures, if x equals 30, we're going to substitute, just like we did yesterday. Remember substituting in and saying, okay, what do I get? So measure of angle C is x degrees. So we are going to substitute in to x 30, right? Do we need to do anything else? Do you think? I think it's safe to say that the measure of angle C is just 30 degrees. Yes or no? No? Is there anything to multiply by? No? So I would say, yeah, we could do that. Okay, well then when we do this one, we would say the measure of angle B is equal to 3 times what? 30. So the measure of angle B is going to be whatever 3 times 30 is. That's what? 90, yeah. 90, and what are we going to label it? Degrees, okay. Okay, you do angle A. You find the measure of angle A. What'd you get? 60. And what are they? Degrees. Okay, let's circle all of those. Here's our 3 angle measures that we did not know other than we knew they were x, 2x, and 3x. And now we're going to check our answer. How are we going to check? How are we going to check our answer? Add them all together, and what do they all have to equal? 180. Okay, so let's do it. 30 plus 90 plus 60 better equal 180. So let's do this first. You did 90 plus 30 for me. 30 plus 90, same thing, 80. It's 120, okay, so that becomes 120, Kaden says. Agree with that? Anybody agree with that? Okay, a couple of people. Okay. What are we going to do next? Add the 2 that are left to add. And what is 120 plus 60? 180, okay. We bring down our equals 180. And if we have a true statement, we can say we must have a good answer. Good answers. True statement? So what do we say? It checks. It's not wrong, it checks. Okay. Or should we go back and talk about any of this? Got it? You know what kind of work you get to show? Yeah? Okay. No questions? Okay, let's go in the back and do one more then. Oopsie, that's what I meant to do. Okay. There's our drawing this time. So we have a 50-degree angle. We have an angle called G that is x degrees. We have an angle F that, do we know what angle F measures? It doesn't look like it. And then we have a 20-degree angle. Here's the question. We're supposed to find the measure of angle G. Anybody think we have a strategy for us? Danny. Okay, you're talking about this marking right here. I'll highlight it so I can make sure I understand what you're talking about. That right there? Okay. What about it? You said that's at 90 degrees? Okay, so then what can we say? Angle F and the 20-degree angle have to do what? What do they have to add up to? 90 degrees. So we're going to, let's find F first then, huh? Okay, let's find F. Let's write down that we're going to find measure of angle F. That's what we're doing first. Okay, that's going to be our first process. Okay, well, to find the measure of angle F, we just said we're going to have to do the measure of angle F plus 20 degrees should equal 90 degrees, right? They form a right angle, those two. Well, we don't really have a variable in there to call the measure of angle F. We don't want to call it x because x is the measure of angle G. So you want to call it y? Okay, we can call it y. So let's go up here and call this y degrees. Okay? Put that in the drawing. So we're going to say y plus 20 has to equal 90. Okay, let's go back to thinking about algebra tiles again. If we modeled this on our desk, we'd have a x tile and 20 unit tiles on one side of the equation, and on the other side we'd have 90 unit tiles. Well, we don't want to draw all this, do we? So what would we do? Remember, we have to keep it balanced. Remember balance. So what would we have to do? Harley? Yeah, we would have to, we want some zero pairs to get that y alone. So we are going to add negative 20 unit tiles to the left side, because then these guys will zero out, won't they? And y will be by itself. But if we're going to do that on one side, to keep our scale balanced, we have to do it on the other side. Can't just do it on one side. Oh, this looks like fun. So now we have y by itself. And we got to figure out what would happen if you had 90 positive unit tiles, and then you added to that 20 negative unit tiles. What would happen? Idea? 60? 60. You're saying there would be 60 unit tiles left. The answer would be 60? Okay. You get 70, positive 70. This is no. Danny? So basically, 20 negative, stay with me here. These 20 negative unit tiles have to pair up with 20 positive unit tiles, don't they? And then we'll wipe them out and say, okay, see you guys, you're zero pairs, get out of here. So in reality, what we're doing here is we're taking 90, take away 20. We have 90 positive unit tiles, of which 20 paired up with these guys. And we have 70 left, don't we? Yeah. So now we can say, we're feeling pretty confident that the measure of angle F is what? 70 degrees. Okay, well, that's kind of important, even though that's not the one we're supposed to find. It's going to be useful. So sometimes we have to work a little harder than we might want to eventually get the answer that they want from us. So this is now 70 degrees. Okay. Well, it appears the only unknown one left is the one they want, right? So somebody give me, now listen carefully to my question. Somebody give me the expression, the algebraic or the expression that we're going to set up to show the sum of all the angles. What would the expression be that would show the sum of all the angles? In fact, I would like you just to try right now on your own. You got the paper in front of you. I want you to write it right here. Just go for it. Write the expression. No equation. I don't want an equation. So what can't it have if it's I don't want an equation? Can't have an equal sign right now. I just want the expression that shows the sum of the angles. When you are finished with your expression, get your blood flowing. Go find somebody else that is done and see if they agree with you. Go. After you're done, find somebody. Stand up. If you're standing up, and somebody else will know you're done, and then maybe they'll stand up and come meet you. You know, whatever. Find somebody to compare with. Just go stop and just, you know, like, lying and sleeping. Make make them feel accountable, they have to do this, not just, you know, it is just some people, you guys gotta try. You have to go to the front side, you know.
Here, Sylvia.
I'm good. Find somebody to compare with, don't, just write something down if you have to, try something. Or if nothing else, find somebody to convince you what it is. Yeah, she can't go here with you. Compare what you have. I'm lazy, I'm just.
Maybe get all that roll up.
Yeah. What are all these things?
Hey, who's gonna be brave enough to come up and do it on the board? Who wants to do theirs?
Other students will not make a choice. Legible.
Well, how would I write that? Like,
Danny? Okay, anybody have something different, want to put yours up here? Okay, come on, if there's something different, want to put yours up here?
Got it.
Make sure it's 20.
Anybody else want to contribute to the smart board?
Yeah. Addition. Plus.
Somebody else wants to put theirs up here?
This was a written expression. Not until Derek wrong.
Derek, I bet Ms. Olson's gonna help you.
Oh, you do?
She led you.
They're just writing an expression, not the equation, so you don't have to have that. There you go.
Sorry,
So nobody else is gonna come up here and share with us, this is it? This is Danny? So everybody has it exactly like this. Don't erase yours, don't erase yours, no, leave it for a bit here. Anybody, I really find it very hard to believe that all the rest of you in here have exactly that. Written just exactly like that. Rowan, would you share with me what yours looks like, please?
50 plus X plus 20 plus 70.
Okay. Sam, is yours different than either of these? You got one of these? You got Romans. Hannah? You have Danny's. Okay. Carly?
15.
15?
50.
50.
70. Plus 70. Plus 20. Plus X.
Okay. Anybody have Harley's that didn't have Danny's or Romans? Okay. Yeah. Anybody
Derek
have?
has a different one.
Derek has a different one yet. Okay, Derek, what's yours?
I have 50 plus X plus 70 and then plus 20.
Oh, a whole lot of choices here. Caden.
Plus 70 plus X.
Anybody else yet? I'll finally come to light. Anybody else? Okay. Who's wrong? The blues? Either of the blues? Maybe the green's wrong? The red? Maybe the black? What? None of them are? So there's more than one answer?
They're all the same.
They're all the same answer. Well, they don't look like it to me. This, 4 of them start with 50, that other one starts with 70, and then 2 of them have their second thing being X, and the rest all have something else, 50, 70, 20, and they don't look the same to me. Are they the same? In reality, they are because of what property? Oh, come on, remember, we had to learn properties too. We gotta remember, what is it, Tyler? Commutative property of addition. We have all addition going on here, right? So the commutative property of addition says what? The commutative property of addition says what? Sylvia?
It can be
Any order. You can add them in any order you want. You're going to get the same answer in the end. Okay. So if you have one of these, you are now ready to write an equation. So finish it and make an equation now.
Yeah.
Okay. Are you ready to share with me? Huh? Yeah? Because now I am going to go out on a limb and say that everybody should have the same thing after their equal sign. And I want you to be able to give me justification why. So, everybody should be set equal to what? Go ahead, say it. Everybody should be set equal to, Derek says 180.
Yeah, 180.
180.
Tyler says.
Tyler says 180. Kaden says. Sierra says. I'm not hearing anything different yet. Why should we have this set equal to 180? Why? Because why, Kaden? Because all 4 of those angles combined form a straight angle. And straight angles measure 180. Oh, we've got our equation. And I think we're finally going to be able to find G. So here's what I'm going to suggest that we do. You know, we had all kinds of crazy orders, and we said commutative property of addition allowed that. So we're going to, I would like your x to be in front. Okay, so if it's not, would you just rearrange your expression so that x is at the beginning? And then you can put them in any other order you want after that. You know, just play around, you know, just have fun. As long as all 4 terms are still there. The only one I said gets to be in front is the x. Otherwise, you get to do whatever you want.
So it should just be a positive.
Okay. Well, can x be added to 20 or to 50 or to 70? Can it? Are they like terms? When can x be added to 20 or 50 or 70? When? When we, Danny? When we change it to a number, when we know what it is. But do we know what x is right now? Some of you might have been kind of like busy little beavers and getting it done. But are x and 20 or x and 50 or x and 70 like terms? No. So we're going to have to, I'm going to have to do something like this. I'm going to start here, and you start with yours. And I'm just going to keep going, and you're just going to keep going. And then I'm going to say, okay, I have this equation, and I'm going to think of it kind of like having algebra tiles, but I don't really want to draw all these algebra tiles, so what do I need to do to both sides of my equation to keep it balanced? Hayden, what did you have to do? You had to add negative 140 to each side. Anybody else get to that point? Roman, what did you have to do? What do you think you're gonna have to do to get x by itself? Negative 40 or 140? Which one I did? 140, yes. Should we all have to add negative 140 to both sides? Yes, those other three angles better have added up to 140. So we need to add their opposites to be able to get them to zero out. If we do that on one side, we have to do it on the other. So now 140 of these negative tiles have to match up with 140 of the positives. So it's kind of like saying, how many positives am I going to have left? How many positive tiles are we going to have left? 40. So x equals 40. Well, x is what? All the way back up there in our drawing. What is the measure of angle G? Boy, I hope x is representing the measure of angle G. Is it? Oh, hallelujah, we're finally done. The measure of angle G, our final answer is 40 degrees. Woo! Okay, this is what you're going to be doing in your homework. Any questions? Okay, then I will get your homework out to you, and you can do it on here, but you might kind of, no, I think we should use lined paper. I think it'll be more useful. Anybody need the notes up there any longer? You have it, okay, I'll leave them there, just let me know when it's 40 equal. I know that 300 downstairs is going. So you bring it back here and redo it. I'll put the 300 else for you. Someone punch it. I'm gonna put punching downstairs. Everybody get a worksheet? Get busy. We get some time, we're working. No. You know, I could, if you can fit some of them on here, but not, it may not be on paper, so it's, then maybe you could. Yeah, it's kind of, right now we're up to busy. How about let's just go all on with, so I think that will be faster. And then put your final answer on with our new worksheet.
So this number should be 150.
Got it, Thomas? Okay.
I'll just give this number.